We are blessed here in the DC area to have many organizations and companies that work to give back to our great community. And the pandemic didn't stop us from looking out for one another, as we saw from the U.S. Dream Academy's 19th annual Power of a Dream Gala. They went virtual this year, and I talked to CEO and founder of the organization, Dr. Wintley Phipps.
First off, I want to say congratulations on an incredible event that you guys just had for U.S. Dream Academy. I mean, even in this time of COVID and pandemic, you guys raised so much money.
Yes, we're very grateful. As you know, the U.S. Dream Academy, we're an organization that provides tutoring and mentoring to children of incarcerated parents and children falling behind in school in 7 centers across the United States. We've been doing that for over 20 years, and we've had for most of those years an in-person gala. And this year with COVID, we could not have that in-person gala, so we decided to have a virtual gala, our first virtual gala. And we set the goal to reach at about 500,000, thinking that would be a stretch in a virtual environment where folks are having challenges all around. But we had it, and it was exciting. It was your listeners can go to YouTube and just put in U.S. Dream Academy Virtual Gala 2020, and at the end we had raised about 460,000, and then right at the end, as I was about to close the evening, someone handed me a check for $200,000 towards our work.
Wow!
And so it was a very exciting evening.
Oh my gosh, absolutely. That just you had to leave there just feeling so humbled and just so gracious for everybody's generosity.
Absolutely. The company's name that handed us the check was QTS, Quality Technology Services, one of the premier data, data companies in the country, and data farm companies. And so we're just grateful for their support. And Amway is our biggest corporate sponsor.
Okay.
Someone said you dream alone, but you don't achieve alone. Even when you have dreams, you need people to come alongside you who believe in what you're doing, who support what you're doing. And we're just grateful for the past 20 years of doing this work. I'll tell you one quick story. About 40 years ago, I was singing in Baltimore, Maryland, at the Civic Center, and I came down and I felt a tap on my shoulder. And a young lady said, "Excuse me, sir, I just heard you sing, and I feel like I can talk to you. Do you have time to talk to me?" I said, "Sure." So she came to our home. We lived in Columbia, Maryland at the time. And we talked, encouraged her, and prayed with her. I'm a person of faith, so we prayed together. And after praying with her, I said, before you go, I don't know why, but God has impressed me to tell you He's going to bless you and give you an opportunity to speak to millions of people. She said, "No, you think God would do that for me?" And it was Oprah Winfrey.
No way.
We met 40 years ago, and she has been the largest single supporter, benefactor of our work over the last 20 years, giving millions and millions of dollars quietly to children whose parents are incarcerated and children falling behind in school.
What an amazing story. Thank you for sharing that with us. And I know, Oprah's a big supporter, but this year you honored General and Mrs. Colin Powell.
Yes.
So people can see their speeches and see all the excitement from the evening.
Absolutely. They can come on and see, and they can support us as well if they choose to do so. And we're just excited that we had this opportunity to have a successful gala in the midst of a pandemic.
Isn't that just an amazing story about Oprah? You can see the gala on YouTube and follow the U.S. Dream Academy on social media to learn more about this great program that's based right here in the D.C. area.